2. Connected to icon 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 2. Icon 1 2. Mobile device not found.
You're invited to take one of your blankets and put it down on the mat. Fold it in half lengthwise so it's about the size and shape of the mat. So it's more cushion. Occasionally people bring camping mats into restorative yoga, which is totally legit. Oh, yeah. We got plenty of space for everybody, and just one more person signed up who's not here yet, may or may not come. Good evening, everybody. It's a gorgeous day. Folks feeling okay? Every once in a while, I like to turn it back to you and ask you a question. What's the felt sense of restorative practice? Particularly at the end of restorative practice, because there's lots of sensations that come up during, but what's the, not just sensations, but the overall state? What are some words you would use to describe it?
Relaxing.
Relaxing.
Healthy digestion.
Healthy digestion. That's good.
Integration.
You feel more integrated,
Yeah.
more whole. Yeah.
Calmness.
Calm. Yeah. Anything else? We're grabbing a strap in addition to the regular things today morning, so get yourself several toes. How about this one? At home. Does that resonate with anyone? Like you feel like you've come back to yourself. You're kind of like, oh, here I am. Like I've been out, whatever, away from myself, doing all the things. My mind's been over here, my body's been over here, my breath is, I'm not sure where my breath, like that kind of thing. You feel at home in yourself. That's good. So these are all qualities of parasympathetic nervous system dominance. This is the sweet spot. This is the only biochemical, neurological state in which healing and rebuilding of the body occurs. Otherwise, you're kind of burning it up when you're active. And thank God, you need energy. You gotta get stuff done. Like, that's part of it too. And then in the extreme sympathetic, there's some really, really important just instincts to flee or to freeze, right? Or to fight or whatever, okay? So we are here for the healing. This is sacred space and sacred space together. And so we deliberately cultivate that. And I want to thank you so deeply for really trusting me. Let me put it that way, trusting me. When you are in a vulnerable position, you're all over a bolster, like I could torture you, I could tickle you, I could, but I don't, and I won't. But in order for you to really receive the benefit of the hands-on assist, you have to stay soft. You have to stay trusting. You have to stay, in fact, vulnerable. It's very vulnerable to open up your belly. If you have a dog or a kitty, you know that. When they show you their belly, they trust you, obviously. So I want to thank you for that. It's very sacred to me, very precious. If you would, friends, come to a simple seated position and close your eyes. We will begin by immediately starting the process of coming home to ourselves. Bringing the breath into the body consciously, knowingly. Doing a little survey of the territory. How are the shoulders? Back. Is there some place that feels clenched that doesn't need to be? Can I take my attention there and soothe that shoulder, hip, foot? Give it your presence so that it feels safe to soften. If you would, friends, shrug your shoulders a little bit forward, and then way up by your ears, and then way back, and exhale through the mouth. Drop your arms down. Do it again. Inhale, shoulders forward and up and back. Release. Once more. Palms together, remember. Inhale. Everyone's a little shy at first. Again, please. One more time. Okay, just a touch of movement to begin. Weave your fingers together, everyone. And turn your palms upward. Okay. And let that movement push your sitting bones more downward. And of course, the space in between is open, much more open. Just take that in. Yummy. Okay, on your next natural inhalation, back bend a little. So belly forward, face up. And on your exhalation, draw your elbows way down and way back behind you, and then straighten your arms. And with your fingers touch the floor or close to it. And then inhale. Reach up again. And then exhale, roll on forward. Okay? In other words, come into table pose. So keep rolling forward a little more than you might initially think. And give yourself a little bit of movement there. Some rotation of the torso. I don't know about you guys, but I have gardening back. Bending, weed pulling, shoveling, lifting clods of dirt. Yeah, let your neck move around, your jaw move around. Okay, sit back on your heels. Bring the bolster in front of you, parallel with the long sides of the mat and slightly forward of your knees. Let your knees be a little wide. And then rise into a kneeling position. Okay, spread your wings. Again, back bend just a little bit. And then exhale, swan dive towards the bolster. Really take your butt back towards your heels. Turn your head to the right and hold your right wrist with your left hand. And drop the weight of your head down. Drop the weight of your hips down, for that matter. And become a little softer in the brain, the cranial structures. Okay, let your hands be heavy on your low back. And then inhale and come back up again. So rise to a kneeling position. Once again, back bend a little and exhale. Hips back, arms out. Turn your head left. Hold your left wrist with your right hand. And let the weight of your hands press down on the sacrum a little bit. It's soothing to have weight on the sacrum, as you know if you've ever had that adjustment. A few breaths there. And come on up again. Rise here, back bend slightly. Look up and exhale. Arms out, butt back. Turn your head to the right. And this time turn it immediately around and rise again. So we're doing just a little flow. And exhale. Head looks left. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, bring your hands down. Okay, so you're back to table pose. And we're just going to bring our knees a little closer together because they probably went wide to the bolster. And then take your left leg around and forward. So feel your hamstrings very clearly. And your foot is just slightly off the mat here. Inhale. Excuse me, I need to move the bolster. You may or may not need to move the bolster. Bend your left knee, okay, drop your groins down, lift your crown, and then bend your right knee. And give that a couple of breaths. Let your mind really drop into the right quadriceps, hip flexors. Just hold that for a couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Hips go back. Your left leg extends. You take a deep bow. Your torso goes towards the earth. Arms grow long. And then glide back forward. Okay, drop your groins down. Unfurl the spine. Lift the crown. Bend right knee. And exhale. Back here. Go twice more, right there. Inhale. And exhale. And last one. Exhale. Okay. Once you get into the extended leg on the left side, rotate your left ankle a couple of times. Point your toes, flex your toes, turn the ankle, stay there a few breaths. It's kind of spicy. And that's it. Okay. Come on back into the forward position, not all the way necessarily. Just take your left leg around and come back to table pose. And then drop your tummy down, lift your sitting bones, take your head back. Your eyeballs look up. This is cow pose, Exhale, round your spine. Cat. Go twice more. You can close your eyes if you like. And move your eyeballs around and your head look up into the brain. And then exhale, round your spine. Inhale. And exhale. Superb, everyone. Neutral spine. Okay, and then your right leg goes around and forward, slightly off the mat, and already the hamstrings are talking. And we're just going to get the tissues gliding against each other a little bit, just like the first set. So come forward, send your heart towards the windows, and then bend your left knee. And stay there a couple breaths. Really feel the base of the body open, the groins, the left quadriceps, pelvis. Inhale here. And exhale. Left toes down. And back you go. A version of Ardha Hanumanasana. Chin stays down. Slide forward. Lift your crown, bend your left knee. And exhale. And you go a couple more times, just like that. Slowly, slowly. Just imagine what's happening in the affected tissues. You can almost see the muscles, ligaments, tendons, blood vessels, nerve channels kind of rubbing against each other. The fascia is dancing and dripping with dew. Hopefully you're well hydrated. If you're not, we've got some good El Dorado Springs water just out of the lobby. So this last time, we hang out for a moment. Keep your head down. There's something really spectacularly beautiful about humility. Stay there. Point your toes. Move your little toe over to the right, and then flex your foot and bring your foot back towards the body. Inwardly rotate and point again. And receive all the feels that happen through that foot, leg, ankle. One more big circle. Good. And then come back forward, or at least partially forward. Take your right leg back around. And then just one time, drop your belly down. And take your head back towards the sacrum. And exhale. Round your spine. Okay, friends, we're starting off restorative child's. You can do the restorative surfboard asana if your knees don't bend that deeply for that long. I'll show child's pose first. Okay, so because this is quite a strong closure of the thighs, if that's a bit much for you, you can take one blanket, fold it like that, and place it between your hips and your ankles. And in fact, if your ankles don't go back very much, you can roll another blanket and put it under your ankles. Okay, I'll show that. You can try doing both. Depends a little on the flexibility of your feet. So that, or just the first one I showed you, or both. Okay, that gives you a little bit of a high seat. From there, most people, and this depends a little bit on your body size and the size of the bolster and so forth. One block on the low setting close to you, one block on the low setting further away from you. Knees kind of wide. You bring that up close. And that's the posture. Okay. This is going to be a good 7 minutes or so. I'm going to maybe come around and push on your sacrum. If you don't like that, you don't want to be in child's, by the way, you could just use the bolster. It's going to put more pressure on your chest and less on your belly. And belly pressure is actually very soothing to the Vata dosha, which is an Ayurvedic concept. Just have to take my word for it right now. Alternately, this is the surfboard asana. Top of the pubic bone, end of the bolster, so that when your pubic bone drops down, your lumbar curve is flattened out. And then you just lay on the bolster. Feet turned up. Either one of those is fine. This one will definitely get you a lot of pressure on the belly. Okay. That's it, friends. Once you get in whatever position you're in, offer 3 breaths into your back. Try to be able to drop your hips down more towards your heels. Let's take your body up off of that. Just lift it up. And we'll bring that to you so you get some more pressure. Thank you. Still there. Let's go back a little. There you go. That seems sustainable. Perfect. Okay. Okay. At any point, if restorative child's pose becomes untenable or you've just had enough of it, you're welcome to change and extend your legs back behind you. Just do the surfboard also. Perfect. So that's how you slide down because you can bones totally on top of the bolster. So, right here is where your body off the bolster. Oh. That way.
Yeah, there you go. Good. That way, the tip kind of curls down, and you don't have nearly as much curve here. And then we have some space where it keeps that under here. Use. Apologize. I didn't ask you to raise your hand if you didn't want to be touched, I think. So if I touched you inappropriately, I apologize. Raise your hand if you don't want to be touched during the practice. Even if you already got touched. Sorry, I did that in the wrong order. Let's have you come out of that and then lay back down and send your legs further back. You can put your forehead right there. Yeah, either turn it or directly down. Either one is fine. So long as you can breathe. It's okay like this. Stop giving us too much energy. If you would, friends, become aware of your kidneys, which are partially under your ribs and partially down below the ribs. And then furthermore, see if you can envision your adrenal glands, which are these two little blobs of tissue right on top of the kidneys. They release adrenaline, as the name suggests, and cortisol, stress hormones. Offer them about 3 breaths and have a little conversation that goes something like, "It's okay to be quiet now. Thank you for listening." Something like that. I've got you. And then from here, start to come back up into table pose. Okay, if you are in child's, and maybe you move a blanket out of the way or something, but especially if you are in child's, extend your leg back, one leg and then the other. It can be lifted, it can be on the floor, it doesn't matter. Just open the knee joint, open the hip joint. Marvelous. Okay, from here, everyone, turn the bolster exactly 90 degrees and take your blocks towards the back of your mat. So we can do almost completely the opposite. And turn around so your back is facing towards me, or you can look for just a moment. Okay. Just gonna go right into a supported back bend. You fold the blanket however it needs to be so that you're not in a total decapitation asana kind of situation. Okay, so the chin shouldn't be too far lifted. This is actually slightly stimulating. Ideally, your chin is at the same level as your forehead. Okay, and if you would, turn so your head is towards the altar. And then soles of the feet are together and blocks under your outer thighs. Your arms are above the bolster and wide on the floor. Okay, so internal organs go from being compressed to being quite opened, quite opened. Arms are heavy. Janelle, I think maybe move your whole body about 2 inches back towards the ribs, yeah. Yeah, as long as your butt can stay on the floor. Now, that's too far. Yeah, so that your arms are easily above the bolster. And come out to the side. Is that too much? There we go. Bolster's kind of in the mid-back, slightly upper. But the important thing is that it's comfortable to be here for a good 10 minutes or so. So there shouldn't be any real pinching or anything like that. Try that, see if you can make your own leg will hold up so the flat side next to your tissue. Rather than the sharp side. Is that okay? Now, deliberately soften your cranium, the bones in your skull, the facial muscles, and a sense of having wide open sinuses. Just a little There we go. Chest is wide open, liver, spleen, belly. That's actually 1, 2, I see. Is that okay? All right. You can visualize the energetic heart as a giant open flower, or as a wheel or disc of green light. And once you've got an image in your mind, offer 3 breaths into the heart chakra. Big sighs, big yawns are definitely good signs. Visualize your own lungs kind of pulling away from the heart a little bit. And visualize them being clear, 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 clear. In fact, let's do a little bit of exercise and first visualize it. Big inhalation and see a bunch of kind of dark smoke inside of the lungs. And then exhale through the mouth and blow it out. Okay, we'll do that again. Big inhalation. Gather up some gunk and some sludge in your lungs and then exhale through the mouth like dark smoke coming out. Do that again. Big inhalation, fill up your lungs. Get hold of some gunk and then blow it out. One more, but with breath retention. So big inhalation right here. Get as wide as you can in the rib cage, as high as you can in the collarbones, and hold your breath. Hold your breath. And feel the way that internal pressure is pushing open countless tiny little chambers and rooms and spaces. And little gremlins are being loosened from the lungs. And then blow it out. There you go. Now 2 more minutes.
encourage you to invite some helping spirit, some kind of guide, someone on the other side, a helpful ancestor, healer of some sort. Maybe you have a relationship with Mother Mary, I don't know, somebody. And if you don't have anyone in particular, just see a body of light kind of hovering over you as you're laying there on the floor. And imagine these etheric hands floating over your torso and pulling pain, toxicity, stuckness out of your organs, out of your liver, out of your lungs, out of your intestines. There's these gentle, lovely, etheric fingers reaching down and just gently pulling some stickiness out of you. And eventually those hands float away and they shake off the stuff. And in your own sweet way, you just say thank you. Okay. 2 more breaths, right where you are. And then if you can manage it, take your arms now slowly overhead and form a circle of arms around your head. You can hold on to the opposite forearm or wrist or whatever is easy to grab. And that should bring a bit more stretch into the upper side bodies, and you send 2 breaths to the roots of your wings, basically, that part of the body. Okay, from there, everyone, extend your legs so your feet go directly to the back of the room. Fingertips momentarily reach for the windows. Lift and squeeze your butt muscles. And then from there, start to sit up. Okay. And then lift and move your butt to the left. You're still facing the back wall. Move your butt to the left side of the mat. Grab your bolster and bring it around onto the right side of your body. Okay, so it's partially against your straight right leg. And then roll onto your right side. So now the bolster is partially against your straight right leg, partially against your tummy. And lay down onto your side and fold the blanket however you need for the proper size pillow. And toss your inner left leg over the bolster. So you're basically using the bolster as a body pillow. And just coming to your side.
gonna hang out there for a little while.
Snugly resting your arm on that when you get that skirt. Rest in your chest. Rest your heart on that. Okay.
Such a wonderful sense of comfort. Just curling up with the bolster, resting on the floor, and really letting the earth hug you. Receiving the embrace of gravity. Tell you how wonderful it is to just be with you as you breathe so deeply. And I can really feel your spirit coming back
back into the body. And that, of course, is a huge part of the experience of coming home to oneself. Coming home to this moment, to life as it is. Take 2 more breaths into your low back. And when you're ready, come into a supine twist by turning the chest up and taking your left arm back behind you. You could extend the legs for a counterbalance, just straighten it. Let me go to that. And this one is not a long hold. So you keep your low belly and your leg towards the bolster. Maybe your leg is even on the bolster. And then the arm behind you can be on block or on the floor. So there's a real clear opening. I hope it's obvious across your left chest. Your face faces directly up towards the ceiling or maybe even rolls to the left a little. And we just give this a couple more breaths. This is not a very long hold. Two more breaths. And that's it, everyone. Pull your left leg back down right onto the mat, or your left foot, I should say. And then bring your right foot onto the mat. Scoot your hips way over to the right. Move your upper body over to the right. Extend your left leg. In fact, you can extend both legs. And the easiest thing is just roll your bolster right over your body. And snuggle up with your bolster. This time, your left side is on the floor. And your right leg, you're kind of tossing over the bolster. Now, it's ideal if you have something to put your right arm on. So either a folded blanket or part of the bolster. So that there's not so much compression through the heart center. And then you kind of take that in. It's the same deal, of course, but now you drop your bones down into the earth on the other side. So gravity's pulling on your joints a little differently, pulling on even on your blood. Really invite your breath to descend, 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 descend. Fill up your low back, legs, feet. Yeah, 2 more breaths into your low back. When you're ready, you roll into a supine twist for just about a minute, maybe 2. Keep your right leg on bolster or near the bolster. So you actually get a rotation into spine. Just the first time. Is that okay? Cool. hopefully there's some pretty clear opening across the chest. Right side of the chest. For these last moments of class, while your spine is in a rotation, I will invite you to breathe light down the spine. You can just visualize pinkish golden light descending when you inhale, touching all the structures. And then when you exhale, it goes right back up. And it doesn't escape the crown of the head. It makes like a bubble of light around the head, kind of like a light bulb. So do that a couple more times. Inhale the colors of the sunset down into your spine. And then exhale them back up the spine, but let it be contained in a bubble around your head. So you're not losing any prana. Twice more. And that's it. So, folks, there's not enough time to use the strap, so we're just going to unroll from this and go right into simple Shavasana. And the easiest thing to do is to toss the bolster under your knees and lay down flat on your back. So you've got a little support under your knees. And then you've got blankets there, which of course you can put on your whole body or just on your tummy. Or even on your eyes, if you like to have an eye pillow, block out the light, that kind of thing. And I'm on a cleanse. I've been fasting, although I broke my fast today, but nevertheless, I don't have a lot of strength left, so I think I'm going to be finished with the assists for now. And just let you settle back into it. And finish with a great big cleansing breath through the nose, big inhalation there. And an open mouth exhalation. And just one more of those. Great big inhalation. And then just blow it out your mouth. And that's it, everyone. Oh, enjoy your rest. Savor a few long breaths. Feel them enter the body like angels' wings, just caressing. And of course, the exhalation is totally effortless. And then slowly roll your head from side to side. And feel your brain slosh around inside your skull a little bit. In the very best way, of course. Hands and feet begin to stir. And then give yourself one spinal undulation where your belly is rising, your sacrum stays on the floor, and your belly just rises. Falls back down. And then turn that whole thing into a great big full body stretch. Lift and squeeze your butt muscles up off the floor. Point your toes, maybe make fists and turn your wrists. And then roll onto your left side. The experience of being at home with ourselves, comfortable in our own skin, spirited and at peace, is a fundamental human right. It is not a right that any governing body necessarily has enshrined, and that doesn't matter. It is our right. And the vast, vast majority of us who have even access to that right do not exercise it. It's difficult to value something that you don't know. So I thank you for coming out tonight and getting to know yourself as the spirited and enfleshed human being that you are. Please slowly rise back to your seat. I got a little song I want to share. I'll invite you to join me as soon as you catch on. I want to thank 7-year-old Sophie for teaching me this song. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. That's the whole song. Sing with me. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. Once more. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. To everyone who supports us in the practice, from Michael and Katrina to our ancestors, to each other, to the great lineage of teachers, to all the conditions for life, we bow our heads.
Namaste.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Feel all the yummy things you said at the beginning of class? Yeah. It's really something to feel kind of energized and calm at the same time, you know, instead of energized and frenetic. Like, we're probably all familiar with that. But I think this is a more rare experience. But you guys got it. Yeah, thanks for putting the blankets in the fringe side towards the wall. And more or less making things neat over there.
Take care, everybody.